Hello, we are Group Evergreen and we are going to present our idea of our product. Before that, I'm going to introduce our group members. We have Tan Yuting, Muhammad Amirul Ikhwan, me, Nur Sabina Natasha, and also Derek Tan. And our project name is going to be Evergreen Smart Dustbin. So if you notice, public dustbins, they are placed in public areas such as theme park and shopping mall. They are placed far away from each other. And if you found a dustbin in the public area, it will take you a few more steps until you find another dustbin. In this situation, it can lead to people throwing and leaving their rubbish freely on the ground since they have missed the first dustbin and yet to find another dustbin within their sight. Another problem is overflowing dustbins that are causing discomfort to many people, also the cause of air pollution and being the breeding ground for pests. With that, we have came up with an idea of our smart dustbin where it is able to move around by a controller and able to automatically detect the garbage level in the dustbin. It is also able to segregate the recyclable and non-recyclable wastes.
Hi, my name is Derek, and I'll be explaining a bit about the design of the smart bin. So the design of the smart bin, as you can see, is mostly boxy, and we have two electronic boxes, one left and one right. This is to store parts like power bank, Arduino board, and the cables. And for this bin, we have three compartments for rubbish like wet, dry, and metal. And we designed a cover with a slope at the back to prevent most waters or rainwater from entering the compartment. And on the top of the cover, there's also a solar panel, which is used to charge the power bank when there is sunlight. And the power bank will then power the other components so that the bin can function properly. And on each compartment, we did label each one as wet, dry, and metal so that people won't get confused. And to clear the rubbish, we just need to turn the knob on the front and pull out the compartment. And once the rubbish is cleared, we just insert back the compartment and turn the knob back to secure its place. And it is that easy.
You can see here, there are two boxes that attach to the side of the bin. These two boxes has a function to store the power bank, Arduino board, breadboard that can power up our smart Evergreen dustbin. As we look closer, on the top of the cap, we have a solar panel that attached to our side boxes. This solar panel will charge our power bank inside our electronic box.
Hello, my name is Tan Yuting. So now I will explain the segregation part for our Evergreen Smart Dustbin. Okay, let's have a closer look for our segregation part. So as you can see, there are three holes available in the dustbin, which is the metal waste, dry waste, and the wet waste. For the dry and the wet, they are both for non-metal. So now I will demonstrate how it works. So at first, I will demonstrate for the metal part. So I use the aluminum can. So as you know, the aluminum can is one of the most common rubbish of metal type all around the world. So let's see how it works. Okay, well now I will test the metal bin using a non-metal, so it should not be open. So as you can see, the LED blinks red, which means it is placed at the wrong hole. Now I will demonstrate for the second hole, which is the dry waste hole. So now I will demonstrate using the metal object and the wet tissue, which means the door will open. Let's have a closer look. So this is the metal object. So when I place it in the hole, so it blinks red, it means that it won't open. It is a wrong object. Same, when I try with the wet tissue, so it shows red light also, which means it is the wrong object. Well, now I will be using a ping pong ball, which is plastic object, which is non-metal and is dry. So let's see. So it's open and the ping pong ball can be thrown inside. And next I will try with the third hole, which is the wet waste hole. So the same, I will try with the dry ping pong ball and the metal object. So let's look closer. So this is the metal object. So it blinks red, and which means the waste will not open. So then now I try with the dry object. So it's the same. It shows the LED shows red, which means it is the wrong object. And now I will be trying with the wet tissue. So let's see how. So it's open, which means it is correct rubbish, and the wet tissue can be thrown inside. Okay, next I will show you how to take out the rubbish inside our Evergreen Smart Dustbin. So we can just open the second container by opening a drawer. So after opening it, we can just take out the plastic bag inside and we can easily take out the rubbish and throw it. Then I will show you the function of the leveling sensor of this Smart Dustbin. So the leveling sensor will detect the storage for the bin. So in order to demonstrate, I will put something inside the bin to make sure it is half full. So I will put my pencil box inside just for demonstration. So now I will put the metal can inside, and after I put it, it should be fully occupied. So as you can see, after I put the aluminum can inside, the LED keeps showing red light, which means the storage for the metal bin is already full. And now I will show using another metal object. So as you can see, even I put the metal object inside, the door will not open anymore. Lastly, I will show you on all the components we use for the Evergreen Smart Dustbin. The components will be good for the segregation part for the dustbin. So let's see. So as you can see, there are several sensors and motors have been used for our project. So this is the ultrasonic sensor, where it functions to measure distance in front of it. So in our prototype, it will work as a leveling sensor to function to detect the storage inside the bin. While this is the infrared sensor, it will detect any object in front of it. So when the rubbish is placed in the hole, it can detect it. And this is the motor. So the motor is connected to the lid, where it will control whether the lid to be open or to be closed. Next, for the dry and the wet hole, we will have another sensor which is known as the moisture sensor, as you can see here. The moisture sensor will function when the object is placed on it. It can detect whether the object is dry or wet. So under the infrared sensor, there is another sensor called metal sensor. I will show you here. So as you can see, the blue color sensor here is the metal sensor, where it will detect whether the object in front of it is a metal or non-metal. And that's all from us. Thank you.